Now available, paperback and Kindle Unlimited. ISIS, the main event. It's carnage inside of a steel cage when the goddess next door steps in the squared circle with the beast from the boss in this action-packed all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, the main event, paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. One of my viewers asked me what Marvel Studios should do with the Black Panther franchise after the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Now, back in 2018, the movie Black Panther was the highest grossing film of the year, shocking everyone and proving that African American fantasy was viable at the box office. And with the success of Black Panther, Disney quickly announced that they wanted to do a Black Panther 2 as part of Phase 4. Now, those plans are all up in the air with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and many are wondering what Disney should do when it comes down to Black Panther. Now, I believe the best thing for Disney to do with Black Panther after some deep thought is to just retire the franchise. And I believe this is the best thing they could do because it wouldn't be accepted by the audience if they recast another actor in the role of Black Panther after the brilliant way Chadwick Boseman played the role, starting in Captain America Civil War, and the way he played it in Black Panther. So I don't think that there's anyone who could ever replace Chadwick Boseman in that role. It is his signature role, and basically, like your Christopher Reeve, the late Christopher Reeve, Chadwick Boseman is to Black Panther what Christopher Reeve was to Superman for a generation. And it would be best to just leave the role closed and just move on, because the Marvel Universe has thousands of characters, and we can still get a strong Phase 4 with another character in another story. So I believe it's just best to just leave the character of the Black Panther's role practically finished and just let Wakanda go on in people's imaginations and not try to rebuild and get this franchise restarted. Because yes, the money is tempting, but I believe we need to have some respect for the brilliant work of Chadwick Boseman, because I believe he's practically irreplaceable in the role of Black Panther. Now, Disney rumors have been afloat that the actress who plays Shuri will be taking over in the role of Black Panther, but I believe that would be a disaster, because when it comes down to Marvel's Phase 4, a lot of these comic fans out here are upset about the whole proposal of so-called SJW Marvel coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and a so-called woke Shuri as Black Panther would not really go over well with them. Moreover, many of those same fans would not be too happy with Shuri as the role of Black Panther, because while she was presented as brilliant and highly intelligent on screen, she did not really present herself in the role of a hero, and that's not something that you can just transition into organically, having an actress playing a role she's not really been trained or fit to do. I mean, Chadwick Boseman was trained and prepared to play the role of the Black Panther, but I don't think Shuri would be a good organic fit as the Black Panther. Then there's the whole case of this film possibly alienating a lot of the black male audience if they go along with proposed storylines with Namor and Doctor Doom, because knowing your Disney, they may possibly try to put an interracial relationship with Shuri involved, and if they propose the swirling agenda in this film, that would turn off many of the black men out here, not to mention many of the black science fiction and fantasy fans and casual black people who watch this film, because the whole idea of Shuri going out here and being involved with Namor and Doctor Doom, if these are the proposed villains, or any white male character like she was presented with the Winter Soldier at the end of Black Panther, that would really be a major turnoff for a lot of the black male viewers to see Shuri swirling it up with one of these guys like the Winter Soldier or Namor or Doctor Doom, because this is not something many black people want to see in your science fiction and your fantasy, seeing a black woman out here with white men. This is something that may appeal to the swirlers, but it would not appeal to most of the science fiction and fantasy fans out here who want to see a black on black love story. And this whole thing, it would leave a sour taste in people's mouths, and it just wouldn't work. Now, the other option they have is to go completely off script and cast that actor who played M'Baku in the role of the Black Panther. Now, this would go completely off the source material, but he was a very strong actor, and his alpha male presence was so strong that he practically would dominate and command the screen, similar to what happened with the actor who played Netflix's Luke Cage. And the guy who plays M'Baku would make a very strong Black Panther, but again, comic fans and MCU fans probably would not take to M'Baku being the Black Panther. They wouldn't be comfortable with it, especially with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. And I just believe, again, the best thing to do is let this franchise die and let this franchise go back to the essence with Chadwick Boseman. This should be left as his signature role. This should be left as his mark for a generation, and this should be left as his mark as an icon, because Chadwick Boseman is an icon to a generation of black children, similar to the way Christopher Reeve was an icon to a generation of mine, that was Gen X, as Superman. So let his legacy remain strong and give his legacy the respect it deserves. That's what I believe needs to be done with Black Panther. I mean, if you want to do all of these other stories out here is Phase 4, the best thing to do is let the Black Panther be like Tony Stark, just gone, and just go on with your Phase 4 without Black Panther. I mean, Black Panther 2, Disney should just do the right thing and cancel this project. Yes, you'll lose some money in the short term, but in the long term, you will gain the respect of all of these comic fans out here, and you will gain a larger audience for MCU movies by just moving on. Leave it up to people in their imaginations as to what's going on in Wakanda. You can make references to things going on in Wakandan tech and all that stuff, but let the world of Wakanda go and let people grieve and let them move on, and let Chadwick Boseman's memory and legacy get the respect it deserves. Coming to paperback and Kindle this fall, E-Steam Blast from the Past. Hell's aspiring angel takes on her demonic doppelganger in this time-traveling